All right, Virgo. The first card is your situation now. The second is the other person's feelings. 3 and 5 are the aspects of the relationship and how it may develop. 4 is what will test or support the relationship. And 6 is the outcome. All right, Virgo, let's get into this. Here is your situation now, the 8 of Cups. So, immediately when I see the 8 of Cups, I think about being emotionally drained by a situation. The 8 of Cups is where, you need to move on emotionally before you do physically. So, there may be this feeling here of having built something that just isn't fulfilling you any longer. It's like there's a need here to take a new path in regards to love. Definitely some difficulties. Now, the other person's feelings. you, the Hermit. So, seeing that as the other person's feelings tells me that, they're looking for some solitude. It's like they're needing to find some enlightenment before there is, a commitment made. I feel like for those who are meeting somebody new. As far as relationships go, I feel like maybe some solitude is needed here for you guys to find your way back to each other. That's the first thing that I thought, seeing that with the 8 of Cups, is like, maybe we need to make some time apart. Like, the saying that distance makes the heart grow fonder. Maybe this is one of those times where you need to have some solitude as well as the other person. But, then again with the Hermit, it also speaks about people from the past coming through as well. Here are the aspects of the relationship. So, I feel like that's exactly what you need, is maybe you need a little bit of time apart here to refocus on what you have built in the relationship. Now, for those that are single, again, it could suggest somebody from the past coming through. There may be this feeling surrounding them where, they're wanting to kind of do it on their own. But you get to this point where there's some celebration going on. And seeing the 3 of Cups in a love reading can suggest some ceremonies and some weddings and some parties. So, now I don't like to make predictions here, but the 3 of Cups, that's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good sign. I just feel like looking at the 2 here, it's like needing to have some time apart for a little bit. The other aspects of the relationship, the King of Swords. Now, when I see this, there's 2 ways for me to look at this here. Now, the King of Swords this can represent an air sign. This is somebody who is very ethical, has a high moral standard. And this is somebody that comes off as emotionally detached, but it's more the fact that they think with a logical mind rather than emotional. Now, for love readings that I've done before, I always tell people you need to be careful how you act here. You don't want to act like the King of Swords when it comes to being overly critical of the other person or being too harsh. Especially when it comes to, speaking your mind and speaking your truth. With the 8 of Cups sitting there, you don't want to come off as distant and cold. And the same thing goes for the other person. You need to watch for those mannerisms as well. I mean, truly the sword suit in the court cards is about having clarity of thought and being wise. But I worry seeing the King of Swords. Now, this can also suggest that maybe, this person is an air sign. There's potential, but I feel like maybe some time apart is what's needed. But it's not just on one side here, it's both sides. I mean, when you look at the other person's feelings and what you came in with, yeah, a little bit of time apart, I don't think will hurt. Not with the Three of Cups being there, but you need to be careful about how you're communicating with this person right now. This is what will test or help you. Yeah, see. So, seeing that to me is suggesting that the other person or even yourself may feel like rejection. But truly, with this being your situation now, it's like you're wanting to walk away from it. Don't mind the thunder outside. It just now decided to start raining during your love reading, which, I don't want to see that as a bad omen. That's a good thing because I love thunderstorms. So I just feel like looking at the Hermit and the Eight of Cups that maybe there is some distance that's needed here, but you need to be careful about how you're communicating with this person because there may be a feeling of rejection. And it goes for you as well, too. But with the Three of Cups sitting there, to me, I feel like, there's celebration here. There's like a reunion almost, and with those of you who are single, again, the Hermit. I've seen this before in other love readings I've done, and it's always suggested somebody from the past that may have rejected you or you may have rejected before. But it's like there's a reunion here. It's almost like that separation made you grow fonder of each other. But you need to be careful here. That's definitely going to test you right now. And the outcome, whirlwind romance. I love it. Being swept off your feet. So seeing the Knight of Wands as the outcome says to me that, yeah, that's probably the best path to take right now, is to give yourself a little bit of separation. You don't want to do it to the point where you're communicating in a harsh manner and allowing this feeling of rejection to unfold any further than what may start to happen here. A little bit of separation is not a bad thing. I mean, as far as that goes, I know some of you know that my husband and I have not lived together for many years, and we just now have decided to move back in. And that separation was a good thing. And we were able to come back together. So I don't see it as a bad thing. You just need to be careful about your communications here. But, where you come out at is perfect. It's perfect. It's like the passion immediately gets picked up. And you guys are off. You're off to new adventures together, new passionate adventures. And for the singles, again, whirlwind romance. And I feel like there is a reconnection with somebody from the past. That there may have been this feeling of rejection, but then you come back together, and it could possibly be an air sign. Now, overall, this is not a bad love reading. I just feel like you're going to have some tests here. There's going to be a need to have some solitude on both sides so that you can get back to, good emotional feelings and celebration and returned passions. Now we're going to look at Whispers of Love to see what other guidance we can get for Virgo for what may be going on here. What are the messages for Virgo? Going to hear. Love makes a difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. I love it. I love it. Sorry, you guys. It just really decided to start raining heavy outside. Love makes a difference, absolutely, when it comes to having some separate time. As long as you keep that feeling, it'll help you deal with whatever tests you may be facing in the relationships that you're having. The heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. The heart of the matter. The heart of the matter here is that communication needs to be clear. All right, Virgo, I'm going to quick pull another card for you here before you guys can't hear me anymore. It's like really raining hard out here right now. Virgo. Back to what you love. It's perfect. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. And what you want is each other in passion. I love it, Virgo. I love the messages that came through. And I think that you may have some tests, but when you really start to look at the heart of the matter and what is going on here and realizing that love is important to you and getting back to what you love, things will start to change here and you will be in this mode of celebration and having that passionate romance return to you. Okay, Virgo, I finally stopped raining, so we're going to get into this a little bit better here. So between the other person's feelings and where you're at right now, it almost feels like, for those of you who are single, this could be a reconnection with somebody from the past. But, you know, when you look at the two of these, one speaks about walking away, the other is saying that this is a time that you need to reconnect, right? And there's still this feeling of needing to spend some time alone. That maybe that's what's going to make the heart grow fonder, but you need to be careful about how much time you spend apart because there may be a feeling of rejection. This is what's going to test you. Now, with the Three of Cups and the Knight of Wands, these two are saying that as long as you're careful about communications between each other, things are going to work out just fine. And for the singles, this is meeting somebody new. This is the whirlwind romance. And I love it because there's this feeling of celebration that comes along with it. So I feel like you just need to be careful about how much time you're spending apart. It's time to start to reconnect. And again, you need to be careful about the communications that go between each other. Now, again, with the King of Swords, I always warn people when I see this in a love reading that you need to be careful about acting like this. You don't want to come off as emotionally detached when it comes to these communications, right? And this could also suggest an air sign. Now, when it comes to what you pulled in Whispers of Love, love makes a difference, absolutely, when it comes to being separated and then coming back together. The important thing is the love that you feel for each other. And then when you look at the heart of the matter, this is about needing to have clear communication with each other and getting down to what the issues are so that you can get back to that feeling of passion and celebration. And then back to what you love. I mean, it's perfect. Getting back to that loving feeling and getting back to that person. And then for the singles, this is back to possibly rekindling an old flame.